All right, let's get this thing focused. All right, just waiting for people to join and start talking. The first YouTube live jet ski Q&A with Am Beowulf. Let's get the people joining and we start. Hello, hello. Oh man, I got like something to hold the camera up, but it's like I have to get down low like I'm short. Let me try to actually move it. I'll move it up higher on the seat. Here we go. This looks. All right, what's going on? So I'm gonna figure out how we do this. Seadoo or Yamaha? The truth comes out. Let's see. What ski you getting next? Well, I can't tell what's going on. First off, the RX, the Seadoo has to be sold before I do anything. And the crazy thing is, all the dealers in the area, North Carolina, South Carolina, every brand, Kawasaki, Seadoo, Yamaha, all sold out. So the fastest, I got a military GPS that I have. It'll be a future video, a couple of videos in the future. Well, we'll show that. So I won't leak nothing yet, but it actually shows that out of all my skis, the Intercoastal Waterway has a really fast current, and the Yamaha is literally goes the same speed. Doesn't matter what time of the year it is, temperature wise. Same direction with the current, goes the same way. The crazy thing with the Kawasaki, after these videos, because there's a bunch more videos from when I took my trip to Illinois like 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Without having that current, you realize how easy it is to ride that stand-up. And when I came back, this one video, I'm like, holy cow, it felt like you're on black ice riding it. And the current's that strong. What man, that's a good question. I think it's already past the RPM than what the dash shows. Let's see. How can I see all these? Hang on a second. I am figuring out how we. Okay. How do I? Sorry, I'm like, you guys are seeing stuff, and let me figure out how I can see all this stuff. Actually, it would be smart. I'll get I got two phones, and I'll just go on there, and I can see what these questions are. All right, so first one was Yamaha or Seadoo. And let me see how I can like view this, because for whatever reason, my phone, I see something, and it's like gone. Let me figure out how I'm doing this. All right. Wait, here we go. I think I can see it off of this app. No. How do I see this? Let me see. All right, here we go. I found it. Well, no. I don't want to hear my talking. Let's see. Let me just mute it. All right, I got it. Okay, so let me see. Seadoo or Yamaha? No question, it's Yamaha. I don't want to break anybody's heart, but the reality of how Seadoos are built now, especially too the 2020s, I'm telling you on Instagram, if you haven't gave me a follow on there, Instagram, it's @IAM_Beowulf. People tell me everything and they don't get a voice to be heard, so I'll let you guys know. People with the 2020 Seadoos have had the supercharger actually explode. I saw two photos, like it exploded, and they're bone stock. I think the quality of what Seadoo is being built now is not that great, let alone you have Kawasaki and Yamaha are built in America. So I'm kind of into that, supporting American jobs. Besides the reliability is how great Yamaha is. But from just owning it, and I've owned 4 Seadoos, right? No question. I've owned 2 Yamahas, and the Yamaha is by far the most reliable. And when you look at the construction of how the hulls are all around, and I'd say like right behind us, Kawasaki. We got the SXR 1500 in the background. So let me see the next one. Somebody asked what the next ski I'm getting. Can't release that. I think I've already said that. How fast is that again? How fast the GP 1800R is. That'll be in a future video. And you guys, I'll show you in a video what this thing's clocking out at, because there's no dash to show anything. What the Seadoo does, and I have in videos showing how the Seadoo does a different speed going different directions down the intercoastal waterway, and where the Yamaha does the exact same speed no matter what. The hull is the best. Let's see. Somebody said Seadoo shut down because of COVID. Well, it's crazy right now. Why I think there's right now to buy jet skis is like, they're like gold, right? It's like the gold rush. Last year, like when I sold my RXT-X, it was a very hard sell to do, and I traded it in. And then this year, everything sold out pretty much everywhere I'm looking at, and it's all these dealers would have got stuff pre-COVID, but the hard thing right now is that nobody's taking trips anywhere. So I think that's why the people are investing. I was just talking to my parents on the phone about this. I got bad poison ivy, so I was like, we're talking all about this. And I think that's why there's such a demand right now, is because people can't take trips, and that's what they're doing. So actually right now, my RXT-X, everything in life is for sale, basically. All my skis are always for sale. Are you gonna pay the price? And my RXT-X is for sale with no trailer, $18,000. I have on Instagram my last post showing with all the modifications done on it, and it is for sale. So let me flip it. I can show you. Oh, don't want to drop the can. Well, there it is right there. Yep, it's for sale, $18,000. And I think that's a pretty good deal. And plus two, you can't even buy a new one. I know there was somebody who was trying to buy it, and they were trying to pull a fast one, like how they could go buy a new one. And I went home and I checked online and saw that dealer is out of stock. So whatever kind of blowing smoke they were doing was full of it. Let's see the next. Ever been a Spark Tricks? No, I haven't. And I like to get on one, and anybody who's local in the area, I like to do a video on a Spark Tricks to show you guys kind of what I could do on that. And if anybody's game and you're in the Myrtle Beach area, DM me, _Beowulf. Let's make it happen. Let's get a Spark Tricks video. Let's see the next one. Yamaha Power. That's right, Yamaha Power. What's the first ski you've ever owned? Your make and model. All right, his first one was a 1988 Yamaha 498C. So my first one, if you haven't seen the past videos, my brother picked up a 96 Yamaha Wave Venture 1100. So my first jet ski video, and it's somewhere in my videos. If you go into the playlist, you'll see it. My first jet ski was a Yamaha Wave Venture. I think it was a 770. That was my first one, and I had that for a long time. Like I think I was in junior high when I bought it. What is your preferred brand? I think my preferred brand would be Yamaha and Kawasaki. Not to break anybody's heart, I don't think I'd ever buy another Seadoo again. That's just to be honest. I think if you put a deposit on a 2021 Seadoo, you're making a huge mistake. That's just my 2 cents. Let's see. The SXR does 65 miles per hour. That is correct. But it's cool having a military GPS showing you that speed you're actually going. It shows the average and then the top speed and stuff. It's really cool. Where's Seadoo first? Water 2-1. Which one? You see more Seadoos with problems. The problem why you see more Seadoos with problems is it's the build quality of how they're built. I say it all the time. Sorry if you hear barking in the background. I have a puppy, and the puppy's bugging my 2 bull terriers, and my other bull terrier, he has cancer, and he has to get cancer removed on multiple spots. The pike, he has to get another surgery of moving the tumors that are probably cancerous. It really sucks. Which is faster, Yamaha? Everybody asks the same thing. It's just Yamaha. If you want to have a reliable ski, Yamaha. If you like, it's basically, I'm telling you guys right now, my RXT-X is awesome. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just when I see all these stories of people having crazy stuff happening, like stuff that like somebody said they bought a brand new RXT-X and the intake grate fell out and the guy got really hurt. I see all this stuff, and like somebody I think commented that they bought 3 new Seadoos less than 5 hours, and they had to buy the manufacturer had to buy it back, and then the guy just decided to go with Yamaha. I mean, that's just a joke. Let's see. One question. All right, if you like Seadoo, I mean, if you live in America, you got freedom. So you can buy whatever you want. I'm just telling you, I've owned this RXT-X, and I've been there, done that. Hang on a second. I hear dogs fighting. Guys, cut it out. I might have to go grab Willie and bring him in the video. And also too, here, let's get to facts here. And somebody goes, watch the Watercraft Journal. I'm gonna speak the truth about that. That guy, he gets what happens with that person. To believe his reviews is he's basically sent a ski. If somebody came and sent me something and said, hey, review this, and you better say whatever. It's the same in car reviews. It's not honest because they're obviously being somewhat paid, or they're getting handed something. Everything I own, my opinion, I paid for it. So it's not somebody telling me what to say. It's from my honest opinion. And to be honest, if we were all comparing stock, whoever wants to own a jet ski and leave it stock, you get pretty bored pretty fast. And basically it comes to how much money you want to spend and how much it is. But the reality is when you have a supercharged ski, you can't be sitting there pinging the throttle for too long. Otherwise, you're going to have all these issues. I mean, it's just like, come on. Let's go ride. Yeah, somebody said water. I'm telling you, it's like, the thing I had to say, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm just seeing from what I see and from experience. So like one year, the Watercraft Journal will say, this ski's the best ski. And the next year, just because whatever manufacturer's sending somebody something, then he says that's the best ski. It's not an honest opinion. I mean, the honest opinion is like, what jet ski does that guy even own? That's the big question. I mean, everything I got, I paid for it on my own money. I mean, and none of these stuff is cheap. I mean, I'm sitting here with 3 skis in the garage right now, and I pay cash for everything. You know, Yamaha is the most reliable. That's facts. Let's see. Well, let's not argue about. Yeah. Also, too, with the Watercraft Journal, if you go on his website, you can see where people pay. Where he makes all his money is paying with advertisement, and you're seeing like Seadoo and like somebody commented, Seadoo's paying. Yeah, obviously. I mean, I don't think that guy his opinion is facts. I mean, to me, if you want to make a jet ski fast, it's by what you want, money you want to spend. But I mean, if you've seen the video when the RXT-X, when I had the RXT-X and RXT-X and my brother, we both had them stock. We were like neck to neck. It wasn't even like a race. They're all both the same, and it matters the condition of the water. It's like when they had the Dodge Demon, right? They got the huge fastest time, but they totally prepped the track. I mean, I don't think a lot of people could duplicate the numbers stuck. Can I whistle? Yeah, I can whistle. If I whistle, I'm going to get my dogs all riled up in the other room, so it probably wouldn't be a smart idea. Let's see. I'm trying to look at all these. These are just a lot. My opinion is, I think the most reliable ski you could buy is like Yamaha or Kawasaki. If you actually watch, I've seen other videos of like tours of the plants. Where is it video showing the tour of the Seadoo plant? Because I'm telling you, I wouldn't see that. And probably people would be like, it's a house of horrors looking at a tour of that. I see this Kawasaki video and like how they build the hulls. Like I'll have to do another video and show of like what's all in there hull wise. It's like unbelievable how the hull is made on that thing. I mean, it's like seriously. All right, I'm buying. No, the GP 1800 does not get heat soaked. First off, this is what I'm getting at the whole time. You can't be buying a supercharged jet ski and just think you're holding flat out, full throttle everywhere you go. I mean, you could do it, but things are gonna break over time. It's like, you gotta remember, it's like a car. If you had a super fast car or supercharged car and you drove it in one gear, a low gear all the time, you're gonna have tons of issues. I mean, that's just, I mean, to me, well, like first off, what's called fuel consumption? The Seadoo is just a gas guzzler. Even when I had the 2012 Seadoo Speedster 150 supercharged boat, I take that to Lake Geneva and you make one pass across the the lake, and you had to go like limping to get home back to even know you had it. I mean, you couldn't go far at all. I mean, it's just, it was like real aggravating with that boat. Well, somebody asked, what's my opinion on RXT-X? I'll show you my opinion on RXT-X. All right, so this is what my opinion is on RXT-X. This is like, yeah. Awesome ski, all around, perfect. Also, too, let me give a shout out to this. So pwcdoctor.com, he sent me out his drain plugs. And I'm hoping he sends me out some for the Seadoo and the Yamaha, because that'd be really cool. But I'll show you guys this real quick. I was going to do a whole video, but I'll just sneak peek it. So I got these ones on my SXR 1500, which is real nice. So the big thing is when you're riding this ski, you can see what the hood's off, but there's a seal. And when you're riding, it gets really close. So water can get up in there. And then, let me put down this charger thing. I don't want my phone to dry. So this right here is a siphon pump, not a bilge pump. So it uses off the jet pump. So when you're riding it, and let's say water gets in here, well, if you're moving, all the water shoots back here. So that will make the ski like really tippy-toppy, right? So I'm going to be installing a bilge pump that has a bracket that mounts right in there, but it'll still be an issue. So to me, with these drain plugs will be nice. So when you're actually moving, it'll get all that water out of the ski. Really nice stuff. And if you look at it, you got anodized green. Looks pretty close to the color, the Jettrim Sea and stuff. I just want to share that. But check them out. I tell you, this thing is a really nice product, and I'm real impressed with it. But I just want to give a little shout out with that. Let me see how I'm rigging this. I got this like power pack. I'm using my phone. I got this like thingy, and I'm just trying to get it level on a seat that's not level. Let's see what other questions we got going on. And if you own a Seadoo, I mean, you don't have to sell it. I mean, it's just, you'll see from your own when I see so much stuff of people coming and telling me everything, I mean, and it's not like I'm selling it, like I said, I'm not selling the Seadoo because something's wrong with it. I just kind of want to move on. I feel, this is the honest truth, this is how I feel. I feel right now, if I'm keep on telling you guys, oh yeah, I got a Seadoo, and they have all these issues, I just don't want to be tying in promoting. You know, they're not paying me to say anything. And you obviously seen I sold my RXT-X to get the GP 1800R, which if they were both out at the same time, I would never have bought the RXT-X. And I mean, there's so many issues that like I really wouldn't want to tell somebody to go buy it to deal with that stuff. And the majority of all of them, they're a bone stock. And then like the carbon seal, and I heard like, because like people tell me stuff that they wouldn't tell you as a customer coming in there. Like I can't tell you many dealers, mechanics, everything. And a mechanic might, like there's some people who are like pro Seadoo, I won't name names, but they love it because you break down so much, that's how they keep making the money. So, I mean, but you go to dealers and they tell you, oh, yeah, the manufacturing, the carbon seal is even worse than before. I mean, it's just aggravating. Let me see what I want. Somebody, can you whistle underwater? That is like the dumbest thing to ask. Do I like to work exhaust? Yeah, I do. So, make a long story short, so when you're installing a Riva racing intake, for example, like on my RXP-X or my RXT-X that I own, you have to drill into the water box, which I don't really like doing that because the water box is actually worth something if you want to sell it. So you had to buy their water box, and it makes everything installing real easy. I'm probably going to install the Riva Racing water box. The problem is you got to remove all this other stuff. So when I'm planning to do the intercooler and some other mods, you have to pull all this stuff, and it's just easy to do like this one whole shot, doing it all at once is what my plan is. But I have to say their exhaust is real nice. It sounds really good. It's not loud like everybody's telling. It's like the RXP-X gets annoying after a while. This is where you can hear it, but it's not like giving you a headache or you feel like you're losing your hearing in one ear. These lives will be saved, and what I'm planning on doing is doing at least 2 or 3 live Q&As throughout the week, permitting what's going on. So I figured tonight I was doing it. I actually got like, look at this. Let's see if I can show this. I got, can it even show up in the camera? It's right there. Can it even be seen? I cut my grass and I got really bad poison ivy. It's really bad. My leg, it looks like a zombie bit me. Let me just show you. It's out there, but you guys got to see this. So this is my leg right now. I look like I got bit by a zombie, but I didn't. It's poison ivy, and it's not fun. And I guess I went to Walgreens and everywhere is sold out. Let's see. All right, I come out to Dubai, but once the coronavirus is over, whenever that's gonna happen, there's no flights going nowhere. I think my brother is soon gonna be graduating college, and if my parents flew down from the Midwest down here, they'd have to be in quarantine for 3 weeks once they got back. It's an Illinois rule of what's going on, so. Should I install a fizzle intercooler? From my opinion of stuff I've seen, I think the best intercoolers you could be buying for your GP, I don't even know what fizzle they're even talking about, put it in what. I wouldn't put it in my Seadoo. I'm planning on selling it. If I was putting something in my Yamaha, I'd either put in the Riva Racing one, or I would put in the WORX Racing one. And actually WORX, I was talking to them on the phone. I'm like, you guys don't even have any photos of people in there. And the reason why is because you need to put bigger water lines coming in there. And if you actually look at all their stuff and kind of break down, not by what everybody's buying, like looking at how you install it, all that, I really think by far their two are the best. And actually too, give a big shout out to Riva Racing, because all their stuff is actually put on a dyno. That's like their intercooler, all their parts, they have like an engine dyno they put on there. And really, some of those other people out there, they're not doing stuff like that. So, I mean, their stuff is actually tested. And I think the reason why they updated their Riva Racing, the most recent one, is there was getting more heat in one other end of the engine, and that's why they added, I think, one of the other water lines going somewhere else, or from what I was reading up on that. Why are you selling the RXP? All right, well, I said this a bunch of times. I just want to get into something different. And also, too, like I said, there's a huge demand of skis right now. All these dealers are sold out. So, I mean, what I want to do from now on is every year or two, I'll do up a ski and sell it. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be, none of these things are like sentimental values, unless something like they don't make it anymore. Then maybe I'll hold on to it. But I just like to move into something different. If it's Kawasaki or Yamaha, whatever it is. And plus, too, we got new releases coming. I heard, I'm going to do a whole video about that, too. I heard there's a 4-stroke Yamaha Superjet coming. I don't know. And also, too, we haven't seen the press release if Kawasaki's coming out with something new either. So we really don't know what's going on. What are your thoughts on the Sparks? All right, this is just tons of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at this. No, okay, let me back up. So I have... If you had a WORX exhaust, it would work with a Riva Racing water box. There's other stuff. I think you had to pull out the exhaust manifold to put in the Riva water box and move stuff around from what I've seen. So that's kind of, like I said, why I haven't done it, because I want to do the intercooler and all this other stuff, and you have to pull it all out, and it makes it easier. So, but also too, well, that's a whole thing I want to do another video, is a lot of it with warranty. Like, for example, a car like my Jeep SRT, I have a lot of stuff done to it. I mean, I've changed a lot of stuff with the suspension. Now, if I went in there, and I have extended warranty on the Jeep too, if I go in there, they have no problems covering the warranty and will not blame on anything. I mean, I have like exhaust, I got an intake, I got different control arm pieces and the Mopar springs and like all this stuff. I've probably done the most crazy stuff is on my suspension. And when you look at those, I think each shock on there is like almost $1,000 a piece. And I've never had a single warranty issue. It's actually funny, the carbon fiber trim comes, you're in really hot or cold climates, and it's like super expensive, and they were backed up, and I'm like, could you hand me the piece and I'll do the warranty work myself? And the dealership gave me the stuff, and I did it myself, and I didn't have to mess around with that with them, and it was really nice of them doing that. So I didn't, somebody took like 15 minutes to install, and they let me do it myself and then send it back, and it's still under warranty, which is real nice. Getting back to jet skis, I would talk to your dealer, because like when the RXT-X had all those issues with the Solus prop, they claim there's no warranty on it, which I have a 3-year warranty, and you know, it just matters the dealer you're at. So I mean, I'd think all that stuff before you oh, it's so humid out. You modify your ski. I mean, that's like, I think I did a whole video about talking about the ECU reflash, is because that will avoid your warranty unless you go with the Riva Racing Maptuner X. My opinion about the spark tricks. From when I get tons of people, and there's another video, there's a person that lives on the Intercoastal Waterway, just got a spark tricks, and the thing sunk. And that person has had like 3 Seadoos sink in the last year. I think he got the hull cracked. So what people don't realize, and this isn't going to get an argument, like when I went to the New York Boat Show, if you watched that video, if you went there, or if you went to New York Boat Show, they didn't have the RXT-X there on display. They had everything else. And the reason why is they got this Polytech, or whatever, all the new Seadoos are plastic. I don't care. I don't even want to argue about that. Look at it. And they're actually using, what is it? They're not using gel coat. They're using, what is it called? It's really hard to repair. I mean, it's just another cheaper way of making stuff. So the reality is, maybe coming out there'll be a new RXT-X, but it's probably going to be a plastic hull. And that's where, if you look, there's just so much to talk about. If you look at 2020, they made all the hulls that would use the RXT-X, like the Fish Pro, the base model one, all that. They made the hulls thicker because they were having issues with it cracking. Thus, why I sold the RXT-X. They get out of that. I had so many people show me cracked hulls, and it didn't happen to me, but I didn't want to be stuck in that disaster. So that's where it's at. It's not, there's pieces probably in there that's fiberglass, but the main hull is not fiberglass, because I'll show you what fiberglass looks like, and that's not that. That's why they didn't have the RXT-X. I was real shocked, because I'm thinking like, technically the RXT-X is their total flagship with it. Let's see here. The gas lasts more on the GP 1800R. For example, I went out, the video's not up yet, and it'll be up probably in a couple of weeks. You'll see this video, I'm in my RXT-X. We weren't even out there that long. My brother had issues again with his Yamaha Wave Venture. And I wasn't out there like 30 minutes. I blew like a half a tank of gas. And that's just like, and I wasn't even going that fast. I mean, I was like so frustrated. Well, I know too, like with the RXT-X, I installed a WORX Racing intake rate, and some of those will actually slow down the ski. I did have, make a long story short, I installed you've seen the video where I installed the Riva Racing intake rate. And the day they sent it to me, they came out with something new, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Luckily, they were nice. Let me send it back, and I'm going to get a different one, the newest one that's out. But I was frustrated. But on the GPS, it ran a little slower running their old version intake rate. And but the Seadoo, from day one, when they were both stock, the RXT-X, the RXT-X, and the Intercoastal, they've been having this thing one way going one way, another way going a different speed. And it's when they were stock to when they were modified. Let's see. I think, let's see, somebody wants to know about the Riva Racing pre-built skis. It is nice. I think they're real nice. They offer that. Again, is what I'm a little worried about, the warranty. Let's say you got that, and you lived in another state where you're not by them. Like you came there with all this stuff done, would it affect having a warranty? I don't really know, and I don't have an answer, and that's for Riva Racing to answer that question about that. But I think it's nice. I think, making 10 of those, I think it's cool. I like to do something like that. When you guys think it'd be cool, where I kind of do like a package up, and then maybe we make just a couple of them, or we just do one of one. I personally feel like my RXT-X is one of one. With that, let's see. Yeah, so somebody asked the RXT-X, you have a 2016 with a SCOM, make a difference. Yeah, well, it matters if you have a US one, the Goat Scarred. governs I can't even speak, governs the speed of what they can go. So if you're real concerned about warranty, my opinion, that scum, you plug it right in, you can take it right out. Just don't drill the holes that they tell you to drill in the hull. And it would be probably the cheapest thing you could do, and you will notice a little bit. It's just disabling the GPS. And I don't think it really make an issue. That's the one thing why I like with the tune that Riva Racing offers with the GP 1800R is, I got something caught in my eye. You can reflash the ECU and reflash it back to stock, and then you just do the tune. They wouldn't even know. Realistically, if you don't tell anyone, they really wouldn't have anything to worry about. That's what, well, no, but I'm actually, here's a little sneak peek if somebody wants to know what I'm looking for. And it's not what's going to replace the RXT-X when it's sold. I am looking for a wave blaster. Posted online. I'm looking for a wave blaster. Really badly want to get one. So if anybody has one, don't comment you have it here. DM me, I'm_Beowulf. Let's hook me up with the deal. I'm going to get a wave blaster. Really think that would be cool with that. And jet ski giveaways, that's what I like to do. And it's figuring out all the logistics with doing that. I like to do the RXT-X as a giveaway. The reality is it doesn't even have a trailer and all that stuff. And I'm actually just selling it. It's just what it is. And when it comes to, somebody says about that, to be honest, I like my RXT-X. I even got this, to make sure everybody thinks I don't hate it, I got my Am Beowulf merch on, and I got the hat right next to me. But I'm no joke. I prefer my, well, no. All right. I get to be honest. The one thing I like the most about the RXT-X is the seat. How you fit in there, it feels like a motorcycle. It's really cool. But when you're looking at this really nice GP 1800R, it's just a nice all-around ski. And here is the king of stand-ups. I'm actually gonna be selling my R&D Sponsons off this too. I think I'm gonna be going with the Riva Racing ones because these only go forward and back, and I think I really need to get it down farther. Because like when I'm riding it here in the intercoastal with no waves, you'll feel the ski go like this, and you're just trying to go straight, and the thing's like the rear end just like moving, and it's not fun. There was a video and it didn't get caught in the video, but there was at that swing bridge I go to, a decent sized alligator popped up right when I'm going through a turn, and yeah, there's no joke. There was a video I just saw last night of 2,800 pound great white shark tagged off the coast here. So yeah, they're big sharks. My brother's a lifeguard, and he's like, first time surfing at night. And I tell him, man, what are you thinking? That is just not an intelligent thing to do. You're not a lizard. Your limb will not grow back if something happens. And yeah. And there's like tons of bull sharks. I see all these videos of people fishing, and it's just like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's why I like when I went to Illinois, and I'm like dangling my legs off. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of nice. And I think the video's not up yet with it. There's one place, this fisherman's like, well, I caught this huge muskie. I'm so scared to go in the water there. And I'm thinking like, man, a muskie, they got some pretty sharp teeth like a barracuda, but it's nothing to be scared of. Let's see. Rings on, small bumps. All right, so yeah, the plan is to do the stage 2, and I'm gonna repitch the stock prop on the GP is what the plan is. It's just figuring out when I want to do that. Right now, it's the riding season, so I don't know if I want to be just like wrenching that all up. Here's somebody asked, would you rather buy a Seadoo or a Yamaha? Well, I have a Seadoo, and like I said, once I sell it, there will not be any more Seadoos on the channel. Maybe there will be Seadoos on the channel, but I will not spend my own money and buy another Seadoo. Somebody goes, all right, I got an RXT-X, a normal ride, the thing overheated on me, turns out the oil coolant mix. I had to take it to the dealer. They told me the engine needs to be replaced. Now waiting who knows how long. Yeah, that really sucks. And that's, too, where I get it with people, because originally if I was keeping the RXT-X, I'd probably pull out the closed loop cooling. And the thing is where I want to get at explaining about that. And because I see all these comments and I hate typing. I'm telling you, typing is not my thing. I like to talk and explain it. So when you have all these skis, like for example, the 2019 and up Yamaha GP 1800R is actually running a Riva Racing stock, Riva Racing ride plate. The ones that they sell are painted black and they have stamped Riva, but the ones that they're on the stock don't. Now, when you have closed loop cooling, you can't change the ride plate. And the ride plate makes a real crucial thing of how your ski is going to handle. That doesn't make any sense. Plus two, I think as an eco opinion on stuff, I think the coolant, if it got in the ocean or a lake or anything, would really be a terrible thing. And if you look at any of these people really modifying up, and a lot of those Riva Racing builds, they actually don't have the closed loop cooling in them anymore. They make them open loop cooling. It's just, to me, and when people talk about like the salt, reality is when you go in the ocean, no matter if you're open loop, closed loop cooling, you have to do all this cleaning of it. And you got to remember too, is if it's supercharged, the water, salt water is still going in your intercooler. It's still going in your water box. So like you're still having water coming in just in different components. And you have to spray all the salt away and, WD-40 and all that. Doesn't matter what ski. Riding the ocean is, you're rolling the dice no matter what ski it is, brand. But if you clean it all out correctly, you shouldn't have an issue. Actually, too, if you look at like the 310Rs or the Ultra 310 Kawasaki, they have a flush that's for the intercooler and they have a flush for the whole engine. And if you upgrade it, like for example, the GP1800R, you upgrade it to their intercooler, you have a flush. It would be similar, except for the outer part would be on the Kawasaki, would be outside, but you would have to run a separate line, flushing it with the ski off with that. And that's again where the only downside with the WORX Racing intercooler is I don't think they have that as an option. No, take it back. They don't have a separate thing. It just runs through the whole entire engine with flushing it. It doesn't have a separate thing. So, but the reality, what the nice thing with the WORX Racing one is it has the drain right at the bottom, so everything will get out. And what the only downfall, my opinion, with the Riva Racing one is how it sits down. Really, there's still going to be something caught in there in the end with it. That's why they have that flush there like that. Let's see. Yeah, but that sucks. The RXT-X, especially now too, when it's the season, dealers get booked up, and then just transporting stuff and all that. And I feel like pain, man. That would have to really suck. It's always too is it's really good to keep an eye on stuff and like doing some of the maintenance, because the reality is a lot of these dealers, there's good ones out there, and there's a lot that just like, what's going on? And I've seen that happen to people. When's the next video? The next video is coming out tomorrow. If you haven't seen the last 3 videos, it was just a long ride, chain of lakes, and I made it in 3 parts just because there was like a lot going on. And then the next video I took the stand up to Lake Geneva. Oh, that huge waves. My first time giant waves. It's like being in the ocean. That was a trip. That was definitely a fun ride. It's crystal clear water. It was so cool. Just recently picked up my Seadoo RXT-X 300, got about 20 hours. What's the first mod? First mod, scam, oil catch can. The one catch, though, I have to say, though, is for my RXT-X. So these Seadoos, it's another goofy thing. You have to run it in the center of the dipstick with the oil, not all the way full up like anything I've ever owned in my life. And if you do that, which it runs quicker, but by doing that, too, you won't really need an oil catch can because there won't be oil getting up in there. But the scam would be the first thing I would start off with. It would be cool doing a turbo kit on the GP 1800R. If anybody's out there and they do stuff like that, DM me. Maybe we'll work something out. That'd be cool. How much? Yeah, RXT-X, like person's at 18,000. Yeah, I've seen this. So who's this person? This Nathan. I was just going to say this about this. So this guy said, I had an RXT-X super just stuck up a rag that was in the engine bay left by Seadoo while building. They were placed under one. So wait, was this the rag when the dealership worked on it, or was this a rag when it was built? I like to see that. So Nathan comment. I'm curious because I've seen that before, posted. I was going to bring that up, talking about. I'm telling you, I'm all over everywhere knowing what's going on. I'm one of these people like I should be working for the CIA or something like that. I'm the last person you want to be messing with because I'll find out everything. No joke. I'm not messing either. Oh man, they should really bring back the scums. Yeah. No. So the cool thing I had to say, and I did this whole video, and I'll say it again. So the Riva Racing Maptuner X. The cool thing is if you, I asked that, they said you can tune as many skis on there. So if like you had a bunch of buddies and y'all pitched in, like split it, and one person pitched in, and then you guys can do as many tunes and everything you want to each other. But you need the license to do stuff. So yeah, when the engine was built, it's all good now. I haven't had any more issues. That is just that's how I'm telling you. I just think that factory. I'd like to just Seadoo, if you're watching. When everything gets to normal, let me come down there and film and take a tour of your factory so we can see what's really going on, because it's crazy. A rag, how would there be a rag in that supercharger and then they put it together and not catch that? And the sad thing is though is how the dealership didn't catch that, because the funny thing is, like, this guy told me he had an intake rate bust off on his RXT-X. He got hurt and he thinks the dealership or the manufacturer could buy it back. The reality is, when it was manufactured, the issue, the second person is most guilty is the dealership, because that's something when they take it out of the crate, they should be checking and looking at that and tightening the bolts and looking at it. And you should be checking all that stuff all the time. I mean, that's just regular owner maintenance. I'm going to do a whole video talking about, I think a lot of it, you don't have to become a mechanic, but it's like if you're on a motorcycle, right? You kind of want to know something about working on the motorcycle, because are you going to go 80, 100 miles per hour and something that might fall apart? It's kind of the same thing. It just matters where you live. You could be in areas where stuff in the water might eat you. Let's see. Yeah, so always I have the trim up. And I've seen WORX Racing sells this thing where you can make the trim even higher. They claim to get a couple more miles per hour faster, and it's real cheap. I think it's like $40 or something. Yeah, that'd be something I want to do. It's kind of neat with like all these different brands and stuff out there of what you could do. It looked like a rag, maybe a shirt. A shirt? That's what did the guy do at a show when they're building like do 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 do? I'm not making fun of you. I just think that is like best. I've seen this, and it is like I've told people about this. There's so much to talk about. It's just like, in the front compartment, C was trying to blame me for leaving something up there front. Thankfully, dealership confirmed nothing was inside. Yeah, that's like the crazy thing is, like for example, like when the Seadoo, my RXT-X had all those issues with the Solus prop. It was an insurance claim, so I had to go to a dealership. I couldn't work on myself. I couldn't tell an insurance, be like, hey, give me the money. This is what the repairs are. So I had to go to a local dealer. I will not put you on blast of who you are, but you can Google the Myrtle Beach area, and there's only one dealer listed in Myrtle Beach. That's who you are. The mechanic did not, because of the Riva Racing intakes on the top, I get the ski back. He didn't put the oil cap back on. So the oil cap was off, which I don't understand. The back part of the seat, all the bolts were loose. He didn't even put the intake on back on. There was like a whole bunch of stuff that was not done correctly. And even too, he had two of the boots for the prop, and then he was wanting me to remove it. I'm like, I just paid you guys to take off, do all the work. Why would I take it all back apart? That doesn't make any sense. And from what climbing that dealer says, they fired all the people under new ownership, which I've yet to see in the back there, but yeah, it's whatever. So somebody asked why I don't have the 13, 18. I will not run a Solus prop. If you haven't seen the past videos, and I've said this before plenty of times, I've had like, 55, 60 people send me photos recently of their props exploding all the same. I wouldn't even dare stick a Solus prop on anything I own. They couldn't even pay me. I won't even put it on there. And the reality too, what a lot of people don't realize in the racing world of jet skis, all these people, they're repitching the stock prop. it's what it is. I mean, I won't name names of who those people are, but it's from what I've been told, multiple sources. Somebody asked how much the RXT-X for sale. It is $18,000 on my recent Instagram post. I am _ Beowulf, shows all the mods. It has no trailer though. The Scat Track Impeller, well, that's an interesting, well, I shouldn't even get into that. I'll keep my mouth shut with stuff. But, well, the Scat Track, well, the person I think now owns Scat Track, he's one of the people that does repitch stock props, from what I was told by Riva Racing. If somebody wants to know, GP 1800 RXT-X, GP 1800 all day long. And let me jump back. Let me first answer the Scat Track thing. So, for example, Scat Track, I mean, I just think the stock prop is, like, if you look at these GPs, they're like a pain in the butt to remove. And it's just really easy to repitch it. And again, too, that's where the reality, if you're all worried about warranty, all these little things, you can kind of sneak through and not be seen with that. But that's just my 2 cents. Especially, too, like racing, when I used to professionally race cars. Oh, I'm telling you, people, even when you were in a stock class, you couldn't do stuff. You had restrictor plates in the intake right behind the throttle body and stuff. And people were doing stuff like you couldn't even see what's going on. It was like crazy stuff. And especially when I raced a Formula BMW, there was holograms on all the parts and stuff. And people were sneaky. That racing world, people are sneaky. I can tell you that. So let's see. Hang on. So why somebody asked. So you have both the RXT-X and the GP. Which one breaks away is better on the ocean? Now, if you look back at all my videos, there's hundreds of videos of RXT-X. Now, the thing why I didn't like on the ocean with that is you got to remember, and I'm not trying to upset anybody who owns a RXT-X with this. I'm just telling you, these are facts. So when you're buying an RXT-X, it's the same ski as a Fish Pro, except they extended it longer. It's basically a universal ski. So what I felt with it is it bounced too much in the water. It was like boom, boom. And to some people, you might find that comfort. Oh man, we hear that lightning coming in strong. Thor is angry. So I find the GP is a little bit easier to ride, and from what I've been told by other people too, is when 2019 they changed to a different intake grate and ride plate, which really improved the handling of the stock ski. So by far, I think the GP is like for skis out there. And actually, if you look at it everywhere, before every dealer was sold out, 2020 is the hottest year for Yamaha, and GP 1800Rs are selling like hotcakes. So I was thinking about getting a 2021 GP and just selling mine, but I only have 30 hours on it, and I've had a lot of people ask me if I'd sell it. And the reality is I want to skip everything 2020 right now. 2020 is not a fun year, so I don't want to own anything where it's, I own a 2020. I don't want to look back on this year. Let's see. What do you think about this? Putting headers, I don't think anybody sells headers for jet skis. I mean, the big thing is heat-wise. They have, the water comes in the water box to cool down with the exhaust so stuff doesn't overheat. Well, the thing with the impellers is, somebody commented, I'm telling you, I didn't think I was going to have an issue, and then I had an issue, and it cracked the hole. And I fixed it all. Everything's perfectly fine, but it was a huge, how kind of like you got to think of with stuff. I've had this knowing from past experience. Let's make a long story short. I had a huge house, huge roof. I was in Illinois, and I had a storm, did tons of damage. The insurance cut me a check for a new roof, right? Well, the roofers did something wrong with this ridge vent. It was causing leaking, right? So I filed another claim with my insurance company. Because they wrote such a huge check for this roof was like, this house was like almost 7,000 square feet or something. And it was like a ranch and it formed a J. So the roof, it got me a check like $28,000, crazy amount. And because they gave me such a large amount of money and I filed another claim, the insurance company dropped me. It was terrible. And what I'm really worried about is that you got dropped once and you have some other issue, like they cut me a big check for damages with the Seadoo. Could happen again. So I mean, just think all that stuff when you do modifications to your exhaust. That was the whole thing I wanted to do this whole video talking about, like people doing the rear exit exhaust. Let's say your ski's sunk and they have a assessor come out for your damages and they see you drilled a hole this big into your hull and you think you're going to be covered on insurance. Think twice. That won't happen. I really don't believe that. Somebody asked, jet skiing in Dubai, send the invite, DM me, we'll make it happen once it's safe to travel. I like to go there. It's actually funny, I got this like thing popping up. Now, a funny thing to all you Dubai people, like I said, I used to professionally race. So back, I had a different business where I did, had a race team, I sold performance parts and all that, and the car at the time was a 2006 Corvette Z06. I was selling stuff everywhere. They had these K&N intakes first came out. I was buying up all of them. They were going everywhere, right? That thing was, and it was one time we were gonna, because businesses in Dubai, you have to have a partnership. You can't just come into the country, and a lot of people in Dubai don't live there year round because it gets so hot. And we were gonna open up a location, and it was like all these business meetings, crazy stuff. And right in 2009, 2008, when they had an economic crisis happen, Dubai took a huge hit. They were supposed to have originally this huge Universal Studios park there that never materialized because everywhere in the world got hit. And that's why I stopped doing all that stuff. I'm still shocked seeing the car industry is what it is. It's not what it was. And I was like a member at the Autobahn Country Club, and I did a lot of testing development. The Z06, I had the first in the United States, the first KW suspension with that. And yeah, there was like tons of, I had like the K&N intake on that like 6 months before the public even saw what it was. It's really cool stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Carbon seal. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Yeah, those carbon seals. My best advice with the carbon seal is, so when you look in your owner's manual, they tell you to like flush the ski after riding. Well, it's closed loop cooling, so what are you flushing? Your exhaust, your intercooler. The carbon seal works is when you're in the water. It's not overheating when it's spinning. To me, I never start up my ski outside of the water at all. Maybe like 2-3 seconds. I do not connect the hose. I don't do any of that stuff because of that. And I laugh every time when I'm on Instagram and I see videos of people like installing exhaust and revving it. And I'm just laughing. It's just like, you're overheating that carbon seal. One day it's going to fail and you're going to go boom, 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 down to the bottom. Let's see. Anything reflash in the ECU. Yeah, it can't void the warranty. And I did a whole video talking about this. But when you can put it back to stock on the fly yourself, their chances of them seeing that are lesser than when you send it off to somebody and getting tuned and you have no control over anything. That's just my opinion. Let's see, I don't understand. I want to do straight pipe. My ski doesn't change. But you can't really, the water box is there so the thing not overheat. So I don't know what you're talking about, straight pipe. If you're talking rear exit exhaust, there's already a hole like right near there. I think if there's already a hole to let water out, why make another hole and put a thing to block it? I don't know. This is my 2 cents. If you want a rear exit exhaust ski, buy a Kawasaki because that's how they come stock. Now here, so because I think somebody misspelled it. It's not a Yamaha Fox Cruiser. That's a cool name. It's not a Mustang. So go to the dealer and go look. Well, if they're all on stock, you can't see, but go online. So the cool thing is, this is another thing that's a downfall with Seadoo. So in 2019 and 2020 and 2021, they want with the Can-Am, like the side-by-side four-wheeler dash. It's the same that's on the Seadoo snowmobiles. And it'll show on your dash like a headlight emblem, which, yeah, that sucks. But anyways, they went with like a real cheap thing building them. And you go look at the Yamaha FX, it's a touch screen dash, color touch screen, right? And it's made for that ski. It's not made for another Yamaha product. And I think that's really cool. And if you go look at it and it's all around, like if you're like had a family and you're taking a bunch of people, yeah, Yamaha FX all day long. But I've had people on the back of the GP and I've not felt any issue. The problem with the RXT-X is because it's a two-seater and it matters the angle of the sponsons and all that. Yeah, you probably could tip over having somebody on there. I've had somebody once on before and I'm like, not doing this again. That wasn't too fun. But I mean, just buy what you want. I mean, first, right now, buy what's available, I guess, because it's a scary market. Last year, there was like dealers who couldn't sell anything, and yeah, it's crazy. Carbon seal on the CU correct. What does Yamaha use? I'll show you guys this right now. So this is really cool. Let's see how I can do this to show you guys. I have a light somewhere. There we go. It's so humid out here. My hair is like going crazy out here, curling and stuff. I'll just put my hand on, make life easier for you guys. All right, so I got this cool light, and let me move this, and I'll show you guys something really cool. This will make the video really interesting. Let's see, I'm gonna set this. Let's set it like this. All right. Well, the cool thing is Yamaha has this really dry compartment that goes right in the rear back of the seat. Now, let's see if I can make how bright I can make this light. All right, so if you look right down there, that's how it comes into the ski, right? You see that rubber hose, right? So that's what's bringing that into the ski. Now Riva Racing makes a different one with modifying it. That's what it looks. That's what the one looks like on Yamaha. I'm gonna unplug this for a second just to make life easier. Now let's go look at Kawasaki. That's how it's coming in right here, right? No carbon seal, that's how they're used. So you can kind of see what the difference is between how skis are built. You also can see here too, this is what fiberglass looks like, or how Kawasaki does it. You kind of see in that video. It's kind of hard in here, and this is kind of what it looks like in a Yamaha. Now let's go walk over to the other ski. Try to make it as easy as I can. One hand. All right. Here we go. We got a Seadoo. Oh man, how can we make this easy to see? Let me set this down. We'll pull this giant contraption out. Here we go. Now we can actually get in there and see that carbon seal. I don't know if you guys can really see it. It's right to the center of the pipe. And it's all this rubber and silly stuff. If you can just tell, there's a lot going on in here. But yeah, that's basically where it's at. So that's where and there's just tons of lines and all this stuff. That's also a really cool thing too with that. Well, I can't show you. I'll show you guys on another video with the intake on the Yamaha. Let me put my little thing back together. Let me set that down. I'll just set it like this, make life easier. I don't really put all that stuff back together. All right, so let's see what the questions are. Skiing ball, ECR, RPM, I know some people with the carbon seal is like they don't even know, it just happens. The more you run it out of the water, the faster it's going to happen. But I've been told by mechanics at dealerships that ones that are brand new already having failures with the carbon seal, which I don't understand why that's happening, but that's what I've been told. So I listen to their opinion, and they're not going on the internet talking about stuff. So I'm just going with what people tell me. I'm not making up stories. And I mean, it's just what I hear. So let's see. $10,000 and under. Well, if you're looking, I think if you're new into jet skiing, the smart thing to go do is go buy a retro vintage Yamaha Kawasaki jet ski. My brother, for example, if you've seen the videos with his Yamaha Wave Venture, I think he spent $1,600. That's with the trailer. Really nice ski. The only catch of what's going on with him, he had issues with the carburetors or whatever, mixing the fuel, and he found some local mechanic, and the guy claimed he had Polaris carburetors, which is really hard for me to believe. I told my brother I'd work on all this stuff, but I said I need the manual to figure out like what's going on, and he talked to this guy, and the guy had the ski for 3 weeks, gets the ski back, rode it once. Well, the videos aren't even up with this, and the ski had an issue again. And then the guy, I told him originally before all these issues, I kept on telling him it's with this fuel tank. We kept flushing it out because he has 100 hours on it, but the ski spent a majority of its life sitting. So before he sent it back to this guy, so I looked on eBay and saw a fuel tank cheap. So let's just do that. I'll swap it out for you. And then the guy was offering real cheap with doing stuff, and then raises the prices. And the guy has had his ski for like 3 weeks, and I don't even know what's going on. He doesn't even know. If it was me, I'd be like showing up like what's going on. But I guess my brother didn't want to listen to my advice. He don't listen to me all the time. Wish he did. And he'd be riding with me. And he's just, yeah. So yeah, the Maptuner X, you need a license. So you need the Maptuner and a license. And the license only works for that Pacific ski. I'm pretty positive it's straightforward what's on. Any maintenance issues with the GP 800R? Nothing. What I do on all my skis, I obviously will change the oil once a year, no matter what the hours are, just because if I'm already riding it, like for example, I've had now, what, 1.5 years or over a year with the GP, I've changed the oil twice. I think when I was like 10 hours, 10 hours, I did an oil change, and then I did another one recently, and that's it. And I've changed the spark plugs out once. I'm going to be doing another spark plug change soon. I really think the Yamaha, it's like real nice. Seadoos, they always have some goofy thing. You know, the temperature is going to be doing this or doing that. It just drives me crazy sometimes. Like if you watch the original OG video from 2018, I did the Riva Stage 1 kit, and I'm like, oh yeah, gonna be like moving. And then I had to buy the water box and spend more money, and the ski wasn't doing what it was doing. And it was like because of the oil where they're putting in from the dealership is just filling the intercooler up. I think the whole issue with that is because there was oil in the intercooler, and you had to flush out with gasoline and stuff. It was like a total joke. I mean, it was really aggravating, and then that's where I learned about how they had the oil at the halfway mark and silly stuff. So, let's see, how long has this been on here? I don't even know how long we've been talking, and I'm getting a little hungry. I want to have my dinner for tonight. Do you guys want to see Willie? He's gotten real big. If you watch the video from like 3 weeks ago, the dog was like 7 weeks, and now I think he's like 9, 10 weeks. Let me go get Willie, and he can say hi. I've been also too thinking about changing his name, and I did a poll on my Instagram with it too. Let me go grab Willie. Come on, Willie. Here we go. We got Willie. I got poison ivy in my arms, so I want to be careful not getting the dog poison ivy. But here's Willie. And so I was thinking about changing Willie's name. What the poll was, is to call him Spartacus. Achilles. It's another big warrior. Or call him Thor. If you watch old videos I had, General Willie Patton was an old bull terrier I had, and the dog liked going boating and stuff. So he kind of looks like Willie. They're not related. Yeah, so I was thinking about possibly changing his name because he's so young. And a cool thing, I think like not even 2 weeks, I'm picking up a Doberman Pinscher puppy. And I got a whole cool Norwegian warrior name for her when I get her. So I'm real excited. The only thing that sucks is because I'm 4th on the list for the black Doberman Pinscher. So I don't even know what dog I'm getting. I'm getting whatever's left. It really sucks. But I'll be happy with anything. I lost Leo 2 months ago. And he was planned to buy before knowing anything about Leo. And yeah, it's going to need a new trained protection dog. Willie doesn't know any of that stuff yet. He's just little, and he's like, but he has like huge paws. This dog's gonna be huge. He got a huge, I don't know if you can tell, like, he got a big old belly, and he's gonna be a big old bull terrier. He might be bigger than Pike, who knows? He's probably just like, what's going on? Let me go put him back, because the dog does not probably know what's going on, and I don't want to get poison ivy on the dog. All right, so let's tie up this thing because I'm gonna be calling it quits on this. And let's see. I did not leave. I went to go get the dog and came back. Let's see. Call him Chico from Friday. Yeah, that's it. So I used to breed bull terriers, and the interesting thing is, if you ever gone in the Target and you seen the Target credit card, those were bull terrier puppies of mine used with Target with that. I did that back like 10 years ago or something like that. I think, yeah, like over 10 years ago is when I was doing that, yeah. FX or EX, both are good. Yamaha's a good brand. It's just what's available for sale right now. The best thing is if you got 10 grand to pay cash, go, like I said, go buy a vintage ski, and you can spend less than $2,000 and have a lot of fun and get used to that. That's my 2 cents. Let's see. Call him Chico. No Chico. I'm still making up the names. I picked 3, and it might be just staying at Willie because my poll on Instagram is all pro Willie. Nobody likes those other names. I then have like somebody, like I want to call the dog and be like, "Yo, Spartacus." Be kind of fun. And I was talking to my mom about that last night. She goes, "It's just too long of a name to call the dog." I'm like, but it'd be like, yell at the dog, be like, "Sparta! Sparta!" It'd just be fun calling your dog's name real loud. It'd be like, and the dog was listening to that, so that's why I was like, Spartacus would be kind of just fun. It'd be like you go to the vet and it'd be like, "Oh, what dog is his name?" And I'll be yelling real loud, "This is Sparta!" It'd be a lot of fun. It'd just be a neat thing. All right, so we're tailing this up because I'm not seeing any new questions. And I am going to be calling it quits. But I'm glad everybody tuned in, and we had a fair amount of questions. And I'm pretty positive I went answering everybody's stuff. There'll be, let's see, today is Tuesday. So I'll do another one. Wait, is it, I don't even know what today's day is. Is it, I think it's Wednesday. Let me double check this because I'm feeling like I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's Wednesday. I feel silly. Yes, I'll do one on Friday, possibly. See what's going on and how I feel after Pike has surgery tomorrow. I'm going to be up really early to get this dog to get like, it has probably got really bad cancer on his belly. He's had a lot of issues, so I'm going to be best riding gloves. There we go. Jet Tribe. Almost. Let me give a little plug. We haven't even plugged Jet Tribe in this video. Look at that really cool sign they sent me. It looks really cool with the painted walls. Jet Tribe all the way. Best riding gear out there. And look at this. I got I didn't, this wasn't planned. I got Jet Tribe Life Vest there. Got the old, I don't even think they sell this one anymore. So this is the one I use when I ride the stand-up. Here's, you know, I don't even show this in video because I have my helmet camera. So this is all I have protecting against alligators because I can't wear my dive knife. Where's my dive knife? Yeah, this is the dive knife I use when I ride the sit-downs. You can find this too on my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/I'm Beowulf. And this one, somebody tried calling me. My brother tried calling me. All right, I'm back. There's it's like really tactical knife. Like I want to get. I want to talk to the company about doing some deal out because when you're messing with a gator, you got a split second that the only way you can get them is in their eye and their belly before they spin you and bring you to the bottom of the river or lake. So yeah, those are the gear, and I think I'm getting off because I don't even know what time it is right now. What time is it? I don't even know. I don't have my watch or anything, but I'm gonna probably get off. I'll show you. You want to see that? All right. Well, I'll show the Riva racing thing, and I'm gonna get off. So make sure my phone doesn't drop. So this is. What do you mean play? Like turning? I mean, it doesn't move. I got to tighten in. And it looks real cool with that snake skin. There's like a whole custom wrap. I'm waiting. I'm on a list of like doing this whole custom wrap. And yeah. And I was gonna like possibly change. I don't know. I might do like something now and then like at the end of the year completely change the graphics. It's just something different. But I got like the carbon fiber there and stuff. Oh, it looks so cool. Yeah, but there's no play. Real nice. I like this a lot. The stock steering was really big and bulky. And then I think I'm going to be doing a different handlebar with this, different degree, angle and stuff. I think I'm going to keep the stock pulled because I have no problem lifting it. I got this thing here. And right now, I have to tell you, probably my favorite jet ski to ride is this because you have to be so focused riding this. It's probably the biggest rush in life. That's why I really hope that Yamaha comes with a 4-stroke Super Jet because I will be picking that up, no questions asked. See your last question on mine. Wobble like it feels loose. What do you mean loose? Like it's gonna come off? There's no way. I mean, you got these bolts holding it. Plus two, I adjusted these handlebars to be in whatever angle I wanted with that. And I don't even, it's covered, but there's like this one, there's no way it should be coming wobbling. I'll tell you though, you want to see a wobble, it's like that steering on there sometimes it gets a little wobble on the Seadoo. But it's actually funny. So the Spark Tricks has that one, but actually they stole the whole idea from their Skadoos, have that same adjustable steering thing is what it stole from. And the racing, it's kind of nice. It can go straight up because if you're like standing up, it kind of makes it nice. I like the handlebars on this. I think the Yamaha is really cool. Last question. What if I don't want a vintage wave runner? I'm telling you, you really like a vintage wave runner. Think of it, if you had 10 grand, and like my brother spent $1,600, and he can go like almost like what, 50 something miles per hour, the same as like what you could pay 10 grand for. I'm telling you, it'd be, but look at what's used too. I mean, you don't always have to buy stuff new. I mean, I bought the stand-up used and I didn't, because there's no hour meter unless you plug it in. When I plugged it in, I used it. The thing had like 4 hours when I bought it. It was like literally a fraction of the price new, and I had a trailer and all this killer deal. Because when you buy new, what everybody doesn't realize, because I get this all the time, and it's like, it drives me crazy. People are like, oh, is this a good deal price? Where you live, the taxes are different. Like in my state, when you buy it, I have to pay taxes on it every year. So here, I'm not stuck in that huge property taxes. Property taxes are actually really cheap out in South Carolina. It's the one intriguing things that brought me here. But you have to pay taxes every year on anything, like your jet skis, your car. But yeah, the price, so that you could say something's 15, and then you have the taxes, they get you on all these other fees and stuff. I mean, it's a lot more than you're thinking it's gonna be. All right, well, I'm out. I think we've got this at what, 75 minutes? This is a long video. And I like to keep these quicker. I thought I was going to do this for like 40, 30 minutes. So I think I'm getting the oil change intervals. I did say that. I'll say it again, and I'm getting off. So what people don't realize, like for example, all the Seadoos, when you ride for over an hour, the oil will get dark really fast. Like actually, like a couple of rides. From what my opinion is, I think it's getting so hot is what's causing it. So you'll have to, if it gets dark, you should obviously change it no matter what the hours are. I mean, nobody should be running dirty oil on their ski. Usually, I go off every 25 hours. Or the quality of what the oil is. Let's say it, well, for example, my GP only has like 30 something hours, so I'm not, I've changed it more than like, I've changed it twice. And you should change it once a year, no matter if you're not riding a lot, but that's kind of where it's at. If you're doing a lot of, if it gets dark, change it more often. Try doing it yourself too. It's actually kind of fun and it saves you a lot of money. I've seen people's posts on Facebook where somebody got quoted a GP like to change the oil like $400. Yeah, come over to me. I would even be shady like that, do that to somebody. So like, but I'm thinking to myself, $400 for oil change? You just pump it out? Man, that dealership's making a lot of money. It's like I said, is you should learn how to work on this stuff yourself. Should I get a vintage stand-up? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. The hard thing here, when if people don't realize, you got a lot of alligators. There is actually on the Myrtle Beach today, there was a decent sized alligator on the beach today, from what I was told. I got the insight of what's going on. Some stuff I cannot tell. I keep my mouth shut. But yeah, there's tons of sharks out here. My brother, like I said earlier, my brother went first time surfing at night. Not too smart. I was like, he shouldn't be doing stuff like that. So, but I'd have to say, it would be cool to have like an older super jet and having it out in Illinois where my parents live, and then it'd be like just show up and it's there. That'd be cool. I might do that. I would not buy a super jet to live down here. Also too, we have a place in the Cayman Islands. That'd be like, we have like this, we rent it, and we got this like closet. I would joke around with my parents. I'd be like, super jet could just fit like right in here. We just carry it out to the beach. Like, but we only go out there once or twice. And right now with the whole coronavirus, they're not allowing any flights in or out. So you couldn't even go there anyways. So like, that'd be kind of cool there to like cruise around the Cayman Islands with a super jet. It would be kind of cool. So yeah, no, what I'm looking for, and I said earlier in the video, SoCal stand-ups, if you weren't here, I am in the market for a Wave Blaster. If anybody knows one for a good deal, that's what I'm looking for. Wave Blaster. Not the Wave Blaster 2, Wave Blaster 1. And I want one that's like, it doesn't have to be stock. I don't want anything where it's been like just totally wrecked up. And somebody asked, why not the X2? We all know there's a 4-stroke Superjet coming this year. And if it does, I'm picking one up. What do you hate most about the Seadoo? That will be for the next video. We'll be on another hour talking about that. So I'm glad everybody joined in. Let's see. I said that, yeah. I hope to do 3 lives a week. So everything goes well, I'll do one on Friday. If people aren't busy. So comment on Seadoo. Oh man. But anyways, look at my Seadoo's for sale. That's the last sign out thing. You can't see it, the seat's all off showing stuff. Seadoo's for sale, awesome seat. Has the purple WORX Racing carbon fiber sponsons. Check that out. Oh man. It matches the seat and stuff. Real nice ski. I'll be sad when this is gone. The problem is I can only own so much stuff. I got 2 garages, but I want to, and also too, let me show you guys something else. I can't sell it until it's all happening. I actually want to sell my trailer and get single trailers. I like single trailers. I don't like hauling around both the stuff. And I'll be thinking about selling this trailer. It's a Triton Elite soon. But I need to get other trailers in the meantime, so. I'm gonna look, last comment, and I'm out of here. Where do you buy vintage Wave Runner? Best place. That's a good answer. Where do you buy a vintage wave runner? Facebook Marketplace. Probably the best place to look for stuff for sale. I tell you right now, guys, if you join my Facebook page, I will not comment back because I do not go on. I don't even know how to access those messages. I look at it and I can't even figure it out, and it drives me crazy. I have another business on there that drives me crazy. I don't even I hate Facebook. I only like Facebook for the marketplace to buy stuff because I'm always on there looking for deals. I'm like, what's on there? That's pretty much the best place to buy it. Nobody does Craigslist anymore. Facebook Marketplace, and then some of those groups. And I just sit there and I look at all the groups and see everybody's comments, and then I see other people tell me more comments about stuff wrong with stuff. And oh my gosh, I'm losing my phone. And yeah, Facebook Marketplace. Find a vintage jet ski. This is my brother found his. Have you any thoughts about running MRD on what? Fuel injectors on what? I don't know what ski you're talking about. When it comes that time with mods, if you have to run something else, but for right now, I'm leaving how it is. But it's in. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next one. Friday, same time, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'll be on there, so make sure to share it with all your buddies. And Friday, I'll be on there. So that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next one. Be driven to win. Remember, every day is Earth Day. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.